Hey, hello everybody. How you doing there? This is Tuesday, and it's an extra day off from school, and we prepared uh, for days like this, whether it be a snow day or a day that we don't have power. I never thought it would be a day that we do not have water in our school because the pipes ruptured because they froze, which actually connects to our lesson today. So the very first thing I want everybody to do is we're going to go old school. Uh, we're just going to copy down notes. I'm going to highlight everything that I want you to write down, and you're just going to copy them down like old school. So if you're with your grandma, or if your mom or dad are there, or you have a babysitter there, if you get a little confused, just follow my voice, and you'll be good to go. The very first thing you need to have is a pen or a pencil. You know how I love my pens. And also, you need your notebook. Now, let's say, for instance, if you have your notebook at school, no excuse. Just use some paper. You can take your notes here with me now. And then what you can do is just put them in your regular notebook whenever we get back to school. Hopefully, we'll be back by Thursday. If not, no big deal. We're going old school, and we're just going to take some notes. The very first thing I want us to look at is you can just follow right along with my computer. So if you don't have uh, access to the Studies Weekly Science, that's okay. And you can basically just follow what I have. Okay, very first thing right here, everything changes, even if humans cannot see it happening. Changes can happen fast, like clouds moving through the sky or paper burning to ashes. Changes can also be very slow, like continents moving, glaciers creeping down landscapes, or mountains wearing down into hills. So, the very first thing I want us to do is I'm simply going to highlight right here. So, everything in blue, for always those things I've never really figured out why those little blue things pop up. So if you're at home, if you're with your mom, or if you're with your dad or your grandma or babysitter, if you get confused, the only thing I want you to put down, if you remember, at the top of the page, change matters. That goes up the very top of the heading. Then what I want you to write down right here in blue. Changes can be fast, like clouds moving through the sky or paper burning to ashes. Changes can also be very slow, like continents moving, glaciers creeping across landscapes, or mountains wearing down into hills. So, everybody, just go ahead and write that down. Take your time. Now, here's the thing, if I go too fast, you can control me. All you have to do is hit the pause button, and you'll be in good shape. So, if I'm going a little bit too fast, once you see what I highlighted, hit the pause button, write it down. Does everybody understand? And remember, after you get this down, I want you to skip two spaces so your notes aren't all jammed up together and it's easier for you guys to study. All right. So go ahead and write that down. I like this one sentence right here. Changes can also be very slow, like continents moving, glaciers creeping across landscapes. I was lucky enough to take my family out west, and we got to see a couple glaciers in person up in Montana. And if you ever have the opportunity with your family, please do. So, moms, dads, if you need a great vacation in the summertime, head out west to Glacier National Park. It's awesome. Awesome. All right. Once again, if I'm going too fast, just sit there and hit the pause button. I already have everything in blue, what needs to be copied, and you should be good to go. All right. What I want to do now is skip down for you guys to skip down 2 lines, and let's go with our next note. Scientists look for ways that things change to better understand how the world works. I'm going to put this in blue right here. Get rid of those blue little tabs right there. Scientists look for ways that, scientists look for the ways that things change to better understand how the world works. If you are a scientist, you look and you observe on why something happens, and you come up with a formula or an answer to why it's going. And if you can learn why that happens, then hopefully not only do you understand that process, that might lead to some information about another process. So that's what scientists look for. If you're, whatever type of scientist, you figure out why something happens, and then you can go from there. And all you do is you're constantly building on known information, known facts, and you just keep expanding. Every day, things are changing. All you have to do is look at modern medicine, compare it to when I was a kid, or when your parents were kids, and when your grandparents were kids. The things that they can do today was unbelievable. I'm 50 years ago, uh, because how things change. Scientists have learned. They keep learning every day. Why does this happen? And changes just keep happening every day, and it's truly astounding. And if you're looking for a job when you get older, all of my fifth graders, think in the medical fields, because it's exploding and it's constantly expanding here. All right, next one down. Here we go. Hopefully everyone's good to go with that note. Remember, after every note, we're going to take we're going to skip down at least one space, if not two. I'm always a big fan of two, but some people like to go one. I understand that. Just make sure your notes aren't all combined, so it's not one big continuous note. There are many causes of change, as there are ways that things can change. Listen to that again. There are many causes of change, as there are ways that things can change. So that's the next note right here. I know those little blue tabs are going to show up. Oh, actually, they're right. They're not in our way right here. There are there are as many causes of change, as there are ways that things can change. Go ahead and put that down. Now, when we get back, the class, maybe the following week, we're going to start getting out the scientific equipment in the room. We're going to start doing experiments. Let you guys do some hands-on stuff. You were doing tremendous work with the science brochures and science most wanted charts for an invasive species. You've done some outstanding work, but I think it's time for us to get our hands dirty and have some fun that way. All right. Next sentence down. Cold temperatures cause matter to freeze. I think we learned that with the situation at the school. We're going to go ahead and put that down. That's a quick note. There you go. Cold temperatures cause matter to freeze. That's a quick one. Once again, if I'm going too fast for you, all you have to do is hit the pause button, and you're good to go. While you're writing that note down, if you have any questions, just call my room, 412-655-3111, and it's extension 3105. So just hit the phone number, 412-655-3111, and then you're going to hear the answering service, if you will. And it's going to say, if you know your party's extension, 3105, and it will ring into my room. Or if you have any questions, just email me and we'll be good to go. All right. I'll be there in the building in my room. Hopefully my room isn't too damaged, both Tuesday and Wednesday. All right. Next note right here. Things may change as they interact with other things in their environment. Things may change as they interact with their environment. there's an example: water turns from clear to brown when it flows over soil. So if you look at nature, it's constantly changing because of um, the things around it. All you have to do is look at Peters Creek, for instance, or if you looked at the Mon or the Ohio Allegheny River over the weekend. It was slowly changing because it was interacting with the environment. The air was extremely cold and the water was starting to freeze. This is what happens. Things change because they interact with other things around them. All right. Nothing or no one is independent. We're always reacting or changing because of the environment around us. All right. Got that one? All right. Next one, water turns from clear to brown as it flows over soil, or a rock might break apart as it tumbles down a hill. Here we go. Next one, living things change as they grow older. Their bodies get bigger, or they develop new features. Here we go. So right there, put that one down. Remember, skip a space. Living things change as they grow older. Their bodies get bigger, or they develop new features. The easiest thing to do is look at your yearbook picture at the end of the year, fifth grade. You'll see yourself, and you'll come in as these nice little kids, almost like babies. And by the end of the year, I won't even recognize your pictures at the beginning of the year. Your body changes. Another example is you got to think of like a tadpole, how it goes from a tadpole and it turns into a frog. As it gets bigger, as it gets older, it changes. All right. I wasn't always 6'2", 285 pounds. One time I was a little baby in my mom's arms. But I ate my Wheaties, I ate my Honey Nut Cheerios. And the next thing you know, I'm 50 years old, 6'2", 285 pounds. So people change, animals change, things change as they get older, and they get bigger. All right. Next note down. Oh, right there. Hang on. I'm going to exit out of that one. That was an accident. The reason those little blue things are driving me nuts. Hang on. No. My phone went off there, everybody. So you know this is a live event. Amazon was listening. And it's still playing. Who says I'm not a trained professional? The reason that something changes is as important for scientists to understand as it changes itself. So basically, what that sentence is trying to tell you is we understand why it changes, but then the scientists need to know how it changes and the reasons behind why it changes. All right. So go ahead and put that one down. So far we're doing pretty well. Once again, if you need to take a break, all you have to do is hit the pause button. You hit the pause button, you'll be in good shape. All right? Good shape here. Just going to move that over here. Humans expect and experience change every day. Cooking food is a change. The taste and the texture of the food became different when it is heated. So go ahead and put that one down. Humans expect and experience change every day. Cooking food is a change. The taste and the texture of food became different when it is heated. Go ahead and put that one down. Make sure you're not only doing your science, but you're also doing your social studies and your math and your English. Make sure you're getting all your work done and you'll be in good shape. All right. I know that's a little bit of a longer one. Go ahead and write it down. Once again, as you're writing that down, if you have any questions, just give me a call right in the room, 412 600, excuse me, 412 655 3111. That's the number for the middle school. And then my room extension is 3105. So 412 655 3111 and extension 3105. All right. Food changes as it is burnt. Excuse me, not fuel changes as it is burned. It releases energy to make machines move and electricity flow. Without these changes, life would be very different. In school, a simple change is to an adhesive helps create art projects. An adhesive is a substance that binds two objects together. Examples of adhesives include tape and glue. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. There you go. Hopefully everybody had a good holiday, Christmas and New Year's. Mine was excellent. I am anxious to get back. Can't wait to see my homeroom. I got some more board games for us to play, and we'll have some fun. All right. When glue first comes out of its container, it is a fluid. It changes by becoming a solid. It gets hard. This change can happen very quickly, within seconds, or relatively slowly, up to 24 hours. Changing into a solid is what allows glue to work. Like all matter, glue is made up of tiny particles that you cannot see called atoms. Change happens when atoms move or get rearranged. So how big are these atoms? How do they make glue harden? So they're going to just use example of glue in the school that we have in a school, and it goes from the liquid state to a solid state because the atoms interact with the air and it forces it to dry and becomes hard. All right, so I want you to go ahead and put that down. There we go. Changing into a solid is what allows glue to work. Like all matter, glue is made up of tiny particles that you cannot see called atoms. All right. Just sliding it up to see what we got next. Once again, changing into a solid is what allows glue to work. Like all matter, glue is made up of tiny particles that you cannot see called atoms. And the last one for today, here we go. Change happens when atoms move or become rearranged. Let me just get that out of the way. There we go. Change happens when atoms move or get rearranged. All right. So we're good to go. And then if you want to go down and answer these questions in your study weekly, let me get this out of the way. and you study weekly, you can. All right. There's 3 questions you can answer. Now, keep in mind, there's that little short video here. And then tomorrow, our next article is going to be called Matter, Matter Everywhere. Matter, Matter Everywhere is what we'll be looking at on Wednesday, I guess. So today we looked at change matters. We explained how things change, why scientists want to know why they changed. Keep in mind, if you're with your grandparents or your parents or babysitter, or even at home by yourself, anytime that you didn't understand something, or if I was going too fast, all you have to do is hit the pause button. We practiced this before break. I knew the winter was coming. These things happen, so you have to be prepared at all time. I know the 5th grade is prepared. 5th graders ready. Some teachers put stuff on their Canvas. I decided to put it on a YouTube page because I know everyone's subscribed to see their work, so it is physically there. I will see you guys in person, hopefully on Thursday. If not, whenever I see you guys, I can't wait. And hey, keep enjoying your break and have a nice lunch, and see you whenever I can. All right. Hey, always remember, go Eagles. Bye-bye.